All right, so let's get this set up. If you're new to this idea, this was an idea that was proposed and initially set up by Brick Astley, one of the administrators at Realms Beyond. The idea was to set up a game whereby all of the AIs would be on the map at once. Normally, in a game of Civilization 4, you can only have 18 players at once. This mod sets it up so you can have 34 players in a game, and then there are 34 civs in Civilization 4. So this setup, well, you'll see it in a second. It's on a huge map, and it is a world map, like a historic world map, although kind of, with all of the civs in their normal starting place, except that it's, well, the continents you'll see. So let me zoom out and show you the world map here. Let's turn off the resources. So here's our world map. It is an Earth map with 34 civs, but it's called the real Pangaea or Pangea, however you pronounce that edition, because the world is one big continent, and it's a position with all of the civs on it. Brick, are you here right now? I see you listed as being here. Can you hear me? Here's your microphone working. I'm going to take that as a no. We'll try to get the technical issues sorted out. In any case, we'll sort it out sooner or later. So what I'll start by doing is just quickly showing everybody the Civ starting positions, and we'll go from there. So yep, all 34 civs in Civ 4 are in here. Okay, so Brick can hear. Gotcha. But the mic's not picking up. Okay. Alrighty, understood. The interesting thing is that should be popping up on everybody's screen. I think so. I couldn't, it got closed too fast. Well, if we can't get the microphone working, we can have your typed commentary. We'll see what works out. But so anyway, the idea behind this was to do a game with all of the civs on it at once. Not all the leaders. Civilization 4 has 52 leaders. So it's not every leader. It is every civilization, though, which is why I'll be referring to them. I'll be referring to them as the civs, more so as the leaders in this particular one. Yeah, hopefully we can sort that out. Let me just take a quick look and see. It doesn't say muted on my end. Interesting. It's like it's. Oh, I'm hearing something now.
Test.
Yep, I'm hearing you, Brick. Welcome. I was hearing you for a second at least. So
Hello.
yes, I can hear you. It might be best to turn off the sound on the live stream because the live stream is always delayed, like 15 seconds. It might be confusing. I'm not sure what would work best.
This 15-second Twitch lag is not going to be fun.
No, it's not. I'm aware of that. There's not really a way around that, though. And it's always kind of innately that way. So while we have a minute here as we're getting started, do you want to take a quick minute to explain what the idea was behind this game and what the thought process was behind setting this up? Or not. You can't really see too much when the resource icons are turned on. So my understanding is that the setup of this game was such that the civs that were in really crowded locations get way more resources to make up for the fact that they have a lot less land to work with. So if we just look around here quickly, I'll just start in the west side of the map and go west to east. Here in North America, you have the Native Americans over here. For some reason, they're starting in California, probably because that was the place that made the most sense to put them. The Americans are starting here around roughly St. Louis on the map. Up here, you actually have the Viking Civ. They're in like Hudson's Bay, Canada, for their starting position. This is actually Spain here, which is where Europe and America or North America are joined together. There's no Atlantic Ocean in this world, apparently. The Aztecs are down here in their historical starting position in what's now Mexico. The Mayans are not where they lived originally. They've been shifted down here to roughly like Ecuador, Peru. The Incas are down in extreme southern South America, down in Argentina. Portugal is, as makes sense, Portugal is the northeast coast of Brazil. The Zulus are down in South Africa, which makes sense. Their historic start. Here's Ethiopia, roughly where Ethiopia would be. It's a little weird to see because India is jutting into Africa. And this is the Indian start position down in southern India, kind of in like the Madras area. Arabia, here where the Middle East meets with India and Australia. Egypt, Carthage, Mali, and West Africa. And then Europe is a complete mess. Spain, France, England, Holy Roman Empire. Germany is over in like Prussia. Rome, Greece, Byzantines, and Turks. It's kind of a mess. At least they get a lot of resources to compensate. So should be interesting to watch what goes on there. The Celts are up in Scandinavia. I mentioned the Germans are kind of in historical Prussia. Here's Russia, east of Moscow's actual location.
Alright, is this working now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is it easier if I talk through the TeamSpeak as opposed to talking through the live stream? Because I can do that too.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure which one works better.
It might be better talking, just listening to you through the TeamSpeak instead of through the game, because then I'll get to hear it live and I can at least respond to what you're saying live, even if it's not what I'm seeing on the map.
Okay, gotcha. We'll do that then. Unfortunately, it keeps pulling up the...
And I can probably catch on what you're looking at on the map based on what you're saying and what you've been looking at recently.
Okay, great. I'm going to turn your TeamSpeak volume up a bit because you're a little bit low. Okay, great. Okay. So now that I've got you here, why don't you spend a minute just explaining the setup for this game, the idea behind it, what you like, why, what was the inspiration for creating this?
So this map came about when you were going through the second AI Survivor series. I believe you had just started, and I was talking about it with some other people on the forum and in chat and stuff, and I was like, you know what? It'd be really interesting to have a map where you had every civ in the game on there at once. So I found a world map, I pulled in some map edit tools, and I kind of cobbled this together. It wasn't super long sought out on how I was going to arrange the continents, mainly figuring out an arrangement that left the least amount of water in the middle of where you join the continents. So there's still some large-ish lakes, like right in between, right above Australia there. And then I placed civs about kind of roughly to where they're supposed to be. I didn't go exact there because that would be really difficult to do and have some degree of spacing. In Europe it's still pretty bad even so. But that's about it. Did a little bit of balancing to try and give everyone a shot if they got really lucky. And that's about it really.
All right, very good. So I think we've gotten a decent chance to look at all these civs. Considering how long this is going to take, I think we'll just go ahead and get started because the first couple turns are going to be pretty interesting, to say the least, and we'll just see how this one plays out then. Try to keep an eye. All right,
I think my microphone's a bit messed up, so I'm going to mute myself and try to get that fixed real quick.
All right, sounds good. All right, so we will go ahead and watch. If you guys have seen Civ4 AI Survivor previously, then... yeah, I tried to turn up the volume. I can try to turn it up further if you guys want. We'll see. Let me know if it's still coming out. I tried to turn it up before, but we'll see if we can fix that. So if you guys have seen the Civ4 AI Survivor games previously, then you'll probably know that right at the start of the game, on Deity, the Civ4, the AIs will all get... What is it that they get? 4 archers, 2 scouts, 1 worker, and 2 settlers. they will always put down their starting settler on the initial tile they start on, and then they will wander their second settler somewhere else. So what we'll be watching on these initial turns is where do they send their second settlers, because they'll be putting down their other settler somewhere. The other thing is I'll show you guys the Great Spy setup. So for each one of these leaders, Brick has set up the map so that there's 2 Great Spies for each one. I've already merged them in for every other Civ, so we'll infiltrate these last 2 so we can get espionage points. And here's the Observer Civ, by the way, down here in Antarctica. The Observer Civ has a whole bunch of espionage buildings to produce more espionage, so it's easy to keep an eye on the bar graphs, basically. See, got 6,000 espionage points with all the leaders, and that is to keep track of them on the bar graphs. Yep, here's all our leaders. You can't even see them all. They run off the top of the screen, but here's all our leaders and our demos and such. And we are the Observer, as you can see. So we do have, well, I guess we don't have bar graphs with anybody yet because they just settled. All right, let's get started then. Which is still misspelled. Yes, the Observer. The Observer is what we're seeing. Okay, so yeah, there's really too much to watch. We can't. It's very hard to spot everything that's going on. If you guys have requests in chat as to where you want to, if there's a particular part of the map you want us to look at, feel free to request it in chat. But there's just so much on this map, it's really hard to tell what's going on. Let's just advance a turn or two and see where they actually put their cities down. So has anyone put down 2 cities yet? Hold on. Oh, our border's expanded. Nobody's got a second city yet. Although, look at this. So Hannibal's popped a goody hut. He has adopted slavery. Observe her. Yeah, Brick said it was misspelled. Right there. So who is it? Hannibal obviously popped slavery from a goody hut. Otherwise he wouldn't be in slavery. I think that happened when this was simulated the first time too. Where's Hannibal? Carthage. Here they are. So they must have hit a goody hut. There goes Carthage settler. Yeah, Europe. Okay, that's a good suggestion. So Europe is so crowded that Europe is a good place to watch. Like, look at this. All right, look at... who is Russia, by the way? No, Russia is Stalin, apparently. If Brick can get his microphone working, he can talk a little bit about some of the other changes made in this mod. Just fast forward until France is eliminated. I don't know, we'll see. So here's a Greek settler. Here's a Roman settler. Here's a Holy Roman Empire settler. And here's a French settler. So somebody is going to get a city here. I don't know who's going to get this. Somebody's going to get this one. Where did Spain... All right, Spain sent their settler west. America sent their settler east. So they're going to run into each other. Carthage settlers going west. What about the Byzantines? Byzantines are going into the Middle East with their settler. All right, so let's see who's going to get this. If I guess it depends. I think Holy Roman Empire is going to get it because they presumably move first in turn order. All right, yes, it was Holy Roman Empire. Ha, prediction correct. Now remember, this is the beginning of the game. No one has open borders. No one has writing tech. No one can sign open borders. So they can't pass through the borders of other civs unless they declare war. So yeah, Rome got bounced, Greece got bounced, France got bounced, and England actually grabbed the spot. But look at this. This city's on top of France's capital. Like, that's the French capital. That's the English city. I mean, there's a resource on every single tile, so, you know, that's kind of nice. But yeah, it's pretty crowded. So let's see. Cities that came out. Germany settled north towards the Celts. Where's the Celtic settler? They're heading down here. Russia's got their second city up. I don't know. If Brick has a chance to respond, maybe he can answer what the turn order is. I honestly do not know. The Ottomans have their second city out. Korea has founded theirs in North Korea. North Korea, Pyongyang. Who else has got a second city out? All right, the Sumerians have their second city out. They're in... So Sumer is like in northwest Australia. It's kind of weird, but it was for spacing reasons, I'm sure. The Dutch are in Australia. Hey, New Amsterdam, right? So Sumer's got their second city. Ethiopia has their second city, and the Arabs do as well. There was no rhyme or reason. Okay, that makes sense. There's a lot of people in this game. Zulus went north with theirs. The Mayans went east. Oh, by the way, so one other thing we should point out is Brick made it pretty clear that this game is not intended to be balanced in any way, shape, or form. This is just intended to be a game that's entertaining. Like, don't think that all the AI leaders have equal starts, because they definitely don't. Some of them have much better starting positions than others. So keep that in mind. All right, America got this spot. Spain's probably going to settle right there. And I think that's it in terms of cities that were settled. Yeah, the Dutch, I mean, where would you put them in Europe? There's not really any room for them. Look, it's already the space is taken up. So they're in there. They're in there. What was going to be one of their colonies, but wasn't, in Australia. All right, so let's see who else puts down a city. I presume Spain's going to grab that spot. Yep. Barcelona. Now, this will be interesting if Izzy pops one of the first religions. I'm sure she's researching it. You can see who's researching a religion. Inca, Holy Roman Empire. Some of the rest of these are scrolled off the top of the screen, so we can't see them. We definitely could see some cities getting culture flipped. All right, the Aztecs went north to Mexico, like on the borders with Texas. The Vikings have gone south. Now they're, well, they're still somewhere in like Manitoba or something, Canada. There's the Celts settled that city in the south, just south of their capital. The Khmer have gone whatever this big blob is. They've got another city down there, and I guess that's still it for the moment. Oh, the Inca settled a little bit further north. They're in like Uruguay now, somewhere around there. It's tough to know. Yeah, somewhere around that. All right, so there's still a couple of laggards with one city. We should see some more. All right, there we go. So Native Americans, wow. Poverty Point is right. This city is poor. There's no food for this city at all. It's in Baja, California. I guess there's one floodplains tile. Ugh. And boy, they did a good job of missing that clams tile, didn't they? Nice job, you guys. So that's, yeah, not the best city spot. I almost feel like this game has to be played out zoomed, like at the globe level, because you can't see anything otherwise. So who still doesn't have a second city in Europe? France still doesn't. They're heading west. How about Rome? Rome's heading west as well. How about the poor Greeks? They're heading northeast. The Byzantines are still wandering with their settler. Looks like they got squeezed here by Babylon in the Mesopotamia. Yeah, that second Native American city, I don't know, man. Egypt's gone down the Nile Delta. Mali is headed east. Boy, Dejeuner is giving Poverty Point a run for its money. This is not the best city here either. The Oasis is nice. I don't know what's going to happen after that. One floodplains, I guess. Not the best second city there. You stayed zoomed out? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. It just seems to make the most sense. And I'm sorry the voice chat didn't seem to be working that well. Apologies for that. Maybe if we fiddle with it, we can get it working on another day. We'll see. So Japan's gone west. China's got their second city. Boy, you know, East Asia is kind of a mess too. Look at this. A lot of people right on top of each other. The Mongols had a lot of open space in other directions, but they've gone right into the teeth of their enemies. River desert, yeah, that happens sometimes. Do we have any river desert? I don't know if, oh, yeah, all right. So that's a river desert there. The map generator can throw that out sometimes. It can also happen if you do a map edit and forget to turn it into floodplains. Yeah, Trollcon, he's back. We'll see. So who do you guys think is going to be the first one to declare war? And like, where is it going to happen? Europe's probably a good guess at that, because Europe is such a, well, cluster you know what right now. The second Mali city, yeah, Dejeuner is not a very nice city. So Rome's still trying to get a city. France is still trying to get one. The Byzantines still don't have a second city either. Almost everybody has two cities now, but not everyone. Still a couple people lagging, mostly in Europe, where somebody is going to lose out badly. That Holy Roman Empire getting the city of Prague is really screwed with everybody else. That is a very nice city. I'm also curious who's going to get the first religion. Won't be too many more turns now. It's impossible to see because there's too many civs to fit on the screen. But a couple people are only like 4 turns away. Hi, Nerps. Where did you start? We're just starting. We started maybe like 10 to 15 minutes ago. We're on turn 9, although it's hard to see under the interface. Just a little while ago. You started this map multiple times. Similar hotspots. Okay. So is there anywhere in particular we should be watching for like crazy stuff? Some of the leaders, I guess we do have the more aggressive leaders. Like I know that some of these, like Charlemagne is fairly aggressive. Alex is a pretty aggressive leader. Who's the Roman leader? Julius. Yeah, Julius Caesar's pretty aggressive too. So did France get a second city yet? Nope. Although I think they're going to put one down on this upcoming turn. Alright, so France got their city. Rome got their city. How about Greece? Do they have a second city? They did. Alright, so Sparta's down. Alright, I think everybody has 2 cities now. I think everybody's got the second settler down. Europe and Far East. Okay, that makes total sense. So there's a lot of people already with the 3rd settler in production. Look at this. The Mongols, the Japanese, the Chinese. Actually, not the Chinese. The Koreans are already working on settlers. I see Arabia. The Zulus, yeah, they've got one in production too. South America's actually got a decent amount of room. I like the Vikings' position. Look, they've got a lot of land that they can expand into. And then Russia and Mongolia and Japan also have a lot up here. It's low quality land. It's mostly tundra, but on deity, the AI doesn't need a lot of. They don't need a lot of resources to be effective. Just cities, period. So these next couple turns, we should see the first religions falling in a couple turns. Gandhi's onto polytheism, but it's too late now. All right, there we go. Buddhism. Who's got it? Religions. Buddhism. Where is Buddhism? Oh, so, wow, that's interesting. So it was taken by the Mayans. I was not expecting them to be the first ones to found it, but they've got it. So this is a low intense area in terms of like packing. That sentence didn't make any sense. An uncluttered part of the map here, but they'll have this, and I guess that'll help them cut their way through the Amazon. They're going to need to get iron working quickly and deal with this jungle. That and have fun with the panthers. You don't get to see the panthers too often in Civ4. There they are. Pretty decent looking. Got a tree going right through the middle of his body, though. I don't know about that. Whoops. Anyway, yeah, so the ability to zoom in is always fun in Civ4. I think the reason why Stalin's in this game is that this is a mod where the traits get shuffled around a little bit, so it's not the same, like the trait balance is a little bit different in this mod. I don't know if Brick wants to discuss that at all. It was one thing I was hoping we could talk a little bit about, because this is the RTR mod. It's one of the Realms Beyond mods that people have been working on, and it's got slightly different like trait balance and the unit balance too. So anyway, Buddhism fell first. Polytheism will be the next one for a Hinduism religion, and someone will grab that. So I could have just waited one turn for Pakal to convert. Who's research? All right, so Inca's working on, but that would be hilarious if the two religions, at first 2 religions ended up both being in Mesoamerica. That would be pretty funny. We'll see. He's only 3 turns away from getting polytheism, so he might be the first one to get it. We'll just keep advancing these turns. By the way, it's going to take my computer forever to process the later turns. I just warn you guys now. So here's some settlers finishing. Far East has, or almost finishing. Not done yet. Most civs are working on more settlers. I don't even know about Europe. I was going to say there's 2 settlers for the Celts, but that's actually the Germans. They're just right next to each other. Hard to keep them straight. Hi, I am Digital Doom. The Vikings have one in production. Huayna got one, so does Shaka. Alright. So yeah, I think Huayna might actually get this. He's 1 turn away, so unless somebody's going to pop that religion right now, looks like it's going to be founded in Tiwanaku, and we're going to have an all Mesoamerican early religion set up. Yep, there it is. So Hinduism is founded here in Tiwanaku. That is a weird setup for this game. Very strange. Alright, so all the religion is down here in South America. Just the religious part of the map. Buddhism here, Hinduism here. Very realistic to the real world too, right? Buddhism and Hinduism in South America. Well, we just started. Kiba, we only just started here. We've played 15 turns. It's probably going to take 300 to win this. Yeah, both religions in South America. That is odd. I don't think that that's happened in other versions of this, versions of this game. So anyway, we got a lot of settlers almost done. Spain, America, Carthage, more over here. So we'll try to keep an eye on where some of these are heading. So now we're kind of getting into some slower turns. Like the early turns are usually who can get the early religions. Well, I'll try to keep an eye and see if anybody is onto monotheism, the third religion, because some leaders will assuredly be going for that. So like we have settlers popping out on a couple of these civs. Wonder where they're going to go. Let's see. All right, Mongolia is heading somewhere southwest. Temujin's going southwest. All right, so Japan just got one. I can put it on domestics. That might show it. Hold on. Sometimes that's useful to do. All right, so this will show us where workers... If we see an archer, that's probably a settler. Or it could be an archer guarding a worker, but it's probably a settler moving out. It's like right here. See the archer indicator? That's probably a settler. Yep. All right, so we'll try to keep an eye on this. Watch where these archers are going. Because the AI never... Well, almost never. I won't say never. Almost never sends out a settler undefended. Turn count might be hard to pin down. Okay, endgames were all over the place. Cool. Well, that'll be fun. We'll get to see some different stuff then. All right, so yeah. Settler. Here's a little settler race right here. So Spain and America are like right up in each other's grills. The Vikings have one done too. How about in Europe? Nobody in Europe seems to have a settler done yet. Oh wait, yes, France has one. That's got to be a settler right there. All right, so we'll keep an eye on where Napoleon's sending this guy. Celts have one. Mongolia, Korea. Oh, hold on. Here's another little settling race. Japan and Korea. Two nations that get along very well in real life, Japan and Korea. They've always been best buds. So yeah, I think Korea is going to win this race. I think. Assuming they plant right there. Or we might see cities like here and here. Because they can found 3 tiles apart from each other. That's legal in Civ4. How many did France manage to not die first? I guess we'll see. All right, settler. Nobody's actually gotten the 3rd city down yet, but can't be too many more turns. All right, I want to see who wins this race here in East Asia. My guess was Korea. All right, so Korea... I bet the Japan plants right there. Hold on. Just advance another turn. Nope. Okay, never mind. Japan's going to plant on this tile right here. So Korea was one of the first to 3 cities. We should be seeing some more. Wow, the map's getting really cluttered already. All right, so... Wow, and Ethiopia is right on top of Arabia. So here's another city from Ethiopia. Ethiopia's got 3. Good job, Zara. Zara's expanding. 3 cities for Portugal. I almost feel like we should just call this country Brazil right now, because that's pretty much what it is for this particular game. Aztecs have 3. Filling out Central America pretty nicely. Whatever the Caribbean is. Over here, it looks like Spain won the settling race with America, because Seville's down and the Americans are being forced to march further north. Meanwhile, the Vikings are... Where? Oh, they're heading off towards Europe. And this little land bridge here. Call them Brazil for Ichabod's sake. The Celts apparently decided that they wanted a lovely view of the Arctic Ocean. So they've got that. I mean, this is actually a lot of crabs up there. But northern Finland, up in Lapland, they seem to be in one of that. The Ottomans now have 3. Let's see. How about the Middle East? Only 2 cities. You know, we haven't looked at Persia at all in this game. They're on the northern shores of this weird little sea that doesn't exist in real life. Yeah, Portugal's had theirs for a little bit, I guess. Where is America going to send this settler? Can't get too close to Uppsala there. Heading a tile west, I guess. Plunder Europe. The Vikings have a nice position in this game. They have one of the better starts, I think, just because there's a lot of land up here that they have available to go after. Wow, Paris is size 7 already. I mean, okay, so if I can zoom in. France has no territory, but wow, do they have a lot of resources. They've already connected a lot of this stuff. They need to hook up some of their happiness resources. I'm sure they have them. Wine, no, I guess not. They only have wines. They can hook up the furs. Never mind, though. We have to build a farm on a grassland tile over connecting these furs. Maybe France doesn't have hunting tech yet. It's possible. That AI. I don't see anyone researching monotheism tech yet. Maybe they have to go through masonry first. The Celts famed for their crab restaurants and their early exit. Well, the Celts have done very well in Civ4 AI Survivor. Both Boudica and Brennus have been very successful in our games. Australia's starting to get filled out pretty good. Starting to run out of territory there. And there go. Okay, so Persia just got their third city. Mongolia, what the? Alright, so in our competition to see who can plant the worst city, this one's pretty far up there too. 2 floodplains and 1... How many tiles? So how many tiles in this city's radius have 0 food? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of the 21 tiles have 0 food. That's pretty impressive. That takes some doing to get cities that look like that. And Tokyo was indeed planted where we expected it to be, right on top of the gold tile. But it looks like the Japanese don't have mining yet because they don't have the gold connected. It would appear right over here if they had it. Where's Japan? They're scrolled off the top of the screen, so we can't see what they're researching. We need to see some civs get killed so we can see what they're researching. There's just too many. Alright, so here's the Scandinavian city. Up here in Greenland, I guess. Greenland connected to the mainland of both North America and Europe. This is like the Canadian archipelago, I guess. Good job, Mr. Yeah, really. So, no, not too much action thus far, but we have seen a lot of competition for land. All right, so Hattie is working on one of the first wonders. She's going for Stonehenge. Is anyone else building Stonehenge yet? Shaka's building barracks, his unique building barracks at Kanda's. I'm not seeing any other wonders in production just yet. Russia's expanding nicely. Ottomans are doing a good job with their territory too. Okay. Just advance another turn or two. I'm trying to see if monotheism... Look, everybody's researching bronze working for the most part. Seems to be a popular one. Oh, the borders of the Fortress of Solitude have expanded. Also, what is this? Oh boy, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. It looks like the buildings are so heavy they're falling down into the center of the earth or something like that. But hey, at least we've got whatever that is. Where's Scotland Yard? There it is. There's Scotland Yard. Anyway, don't want to spend too much time on this. If Hattie's building Henge, I vote for her to be first to die. She could very well be. It's just so hard to predict. As she is building it, can't talk. She did just whip out another settler though, so she's not too far behind in the settling race. That said, going for early wonders on a map like this is a pretty good way to die because the land just fills up so very quickly. So very quickly. All right, so France. So I didn't notice this before. So France has decided to put a city in a pretty troll-tastic location. When the English borders expand, they'll be putting culture on Lyon right away. Look at this. Yeah, so Europe's pretty congested. And Rome does not seem to be able to find a place to put... Rome has another settler, but they don't have anywhere to put it. Maybe they'll try to cram in a city over here. Are the Byzantines also building Stonehenge? Yeah, they're actually ahead of Egypt. I didn't see that until now. They actually have, strangely, they have marble, not stone, but they have more production, 13, and I think that's more than Hattie is getting. Yep, so they have double Hattie's production. Look at all that food. This is so much food. Jeez. Get into slavery, Civic Girl. So yes, good spot. The Byzantines are also building Stonehenge. So we'll see who wins the first wonder race. Hashtag real 100 Years War. I like it. Real 100 Years War, exactly. And now the Ottomans are in the Stonehenge race as well. Their capital. They have even more production because they actually have they actually have stones. So they might be the best option to get this one. I still don't see anyone on monotheism research yet. What were Vikings researching? They're researching sailing. They're not building anything too noteworthy here. So we're going to see a gazillion slavery pop-ups over the next couple turns because everybody is building or researching bronze working. All right, so 7 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns in Berlin. Someone's going to get this wonder soon. It's not going to last much longer. Mayans have 3 cities in modern-day Peru. What are the Aztecs doing? Just okay, I like this move from Monty. He's just building settlers. Good idea. Just build settlers. The rare, what is that? Grassland corn. Grassland corn on a plains tile. Interesting. Grassland corn on a plains tile. That can't spawn naturally. Tracking each Civ's wonder progress each turn. Yeah, that's one of those things that was probably a better idea in theory than in practice. Alright, 3 turns for Stonehenge, 6 turns. How about Hattie, 6 turns? Looks like, here's all the slavery pop-ups. Looks like a good chance that Justinian's going to get this. Oh, look at this. He's got a lot of production in this capital. 15 already on turn 29. That's a lot this early in the game. All right, let's see. Will anyone try to whip this to completion? Because they could do that. I don't even know what's going on up here. Did Rome ever get a 3rd city? No. As we see more slavery pop-ups. Everybody wants to be in slavery. So, yeah, wow, this is close between Germany and the Byzantines. Anyone building this in East Asia? No, but the Mongols are out to 4 cities. They're one of the first of 4 cities. And the Dutch are running out of room to expand, as are the Khmer. Everybody's running out of room to expand. India. Okay, so India is building it, but India is not doing a very good job. That's never a good sign when you see unhappy faces. Yeah, you might almost need a program just pulling stuff. All right, sorry about that, Brick. We were trying to get the voice chat going on. Sorry about that. I wish we had a chance. Maybe too bad we didn't have a chance to test this ahead of time, but scheduling is troublesome. Except for this area, nobody's in this area. Apparently, no one wants to live in Alaska or British Columbia. That land will be available for some time, and the Americans chose to put Boston over here. This is in like the Dakotas, roughly. Something like that. Montana. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Chat works well enough, I think. It must have been fine and not time-consuming at all. So, nobody's finished. All right, I think Justinian's going to get this. Yes, 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 we know. You guys love slavery. Look at the event log. Slavery, 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 slavery. All right. Let's zoom in here. We'll see it up here on the map if he gets it. Hear the religious music playing. There it is. So yes, Byzantines have landed Stonehenge. As apparently there's some really excited fish over here. They keep jumping out of the water. But yeah, they have landed it. So that will give them a lot of cultural pressure. Could be useful. This means Constantinople will hit first 100 culture and then 500 culture pretty quickly. Couldn't hurt. Some across the continent invasions. Yeah. The AI will definitely do that. Let's see how many of them have contacted each other. Okay, so this is, yeah. This is kind of pointless. And I can't even click on. Alright, there it goes. Napoleon. Wait, are we on Napoleon? Or on Montezuma? Some of them are like on top of each other in terms of. So I guess the European ones have met. Alright, so yeah, a lot of them have met each other. But oh yeah, here's the glance panel. Yeah, this is gonna work real well. We can see a lot here. So apparently a lot of people are annoyed with a lot of other people. There's just too much to see. We can't even tell. It's too much, too many civs. You can't make sense of it. And I still don't see in monotheism anywhere on there. Now, one other thing that's different from the other Civ4 AI Survivor games is because this is a huge map, the tech pace is going to go a little bit slower. You might have noticed that it takes the AI longer to research these techs. I do see some people on Masonry, so perhaps some of them are going for monotheism through Masonry. You do have to go through Masonry. Oh, look at this. Rome's on Moai statues already. Okay. I guess they have sailing, or else they wouldn't be able to build that. Rome seems to be stuck on two. Mongolia conquering England. That would have been an interesting game. Interesting. Mongolia conquering England. So it is fairly quiet right now. The civs are still filling up the map, but once the map is filled, and that will only take probably 30 more turns, they definitely start to get bloodthirsty when the map's full. Poor Julius Caesar's in last place. Oh, what the? We got another great spy? Oh yeah. Well, that makes sense. We'll merge him in as a super specialist. Oh yeah, because we get great espionage. We get great person points. Gotcha. So even more espionage, because why not? Just merge him in as a super specialist. Mongolia was a powerhouse, but didn't win that game. Interesting. So who actually has 4 cities? I guess is the question right now. I know Mongolia does. All right, Ethiopia has 4 cities as well. It's not so cluttered that we have to turn off the borders. Egypt is not doing especially well. Carthage has 3. America has 3. A lot of people have settlers in production. Ottomans have 3. Russians have 3. Mongolia has 4. China has, all right. Most civs have 3, right? 3 cities right now. Seems to be the main thing. If the Vikings take down Julius Caesar, I mean, it could. That seems they're not that close to each other. It's certainly possible. The Romans have definitely gotten squeezed on land, though. They don't seem to have found a spot for their 3rd city. They have a settler here, but I don't think he can go anywhere. Maybe he can cram in a city, because the cities have to be 3 tiles away from another city. I'm just curious where this guy's heading. 1, 2, 1, 2. On that tile, you could put a city on that tile. That's a legal tile for a city. Yeah, because it's 3 tiles away from Orleans. More settlers. Yeah, the AI does tend to get a lot of settlers just standing around. Once they'll build them, and then just if they can't find a place to send them, they just won't use them. All right, Mansa's converted to Buddhism. That's all right. So he's got the Mayan religion now. Has floated across these rivers and over the sea, and has now joined Mali. Mali's also on 3 cities. Germany, we haven't looked at Germany too much. They're pretty boxed in. The Vikings have done a pretty good job of boxing in their neighbors. Now they just need to get like 1 more city over here to the west. Remember, no one can sign open borders yet, so they can't move through anyone else's borders. They're stuck. Somebody like Rome can't even move anywhere. Rome cannot move through anyone else's borders, so Rome is like totally stuck here. We do have a fair number of people building Great Wall. We'll see who gets that. I see Temple of Artemis. Those wonders aren't as important, so they're not as big of a deal. I guess we'll try to keep an eye on it. What's going on over here in East Asia? Oh, Mongols got another city. That's 5 for them. Geez, most people only have 3, and they're already out to 5. That bodes well for them in the long run. Their economy is going to be awful, but it does bode well for them. More cities usually means more power, and they're actually building a lot of axes too. Can we see the bar graphs? Yeah, there's kind of it's the mess you would expect it to be. GNP. Production. That's Justinian building wonders. How about food? Who's this? This is Charlemagne? Who is this color? I think it's Holy Rome. There's Rome. Clearly Rome is not doing very well. I think that's Holy Rome. Yes, yeah, it's because the cities are so big. 764. That would explain it. Yeah, Russia and Mongolia will be able to put a lot of cities up there in Siberia. The key to winning in the world is to dump a lot of cities in Siberia, clearly. That's the answer. A little surprised that like Spain never got a religion or anything like that. Now Elizabeth's converted to Buddhism. All right, so the Mayan religion is starting to spread. Athens has almost finished the Great Wall too. So who's going to get the Great Wall? Just look at this. It's pretty tight. 3 turns, 4 turns. I see the Oracle being built by the Byzantines. I think they're the only ones building that, so they'll definitely get that wonder. Unless someone else is building... Oh, there's another Great Wall. Why are the Aztecs building the Great Wall? Weren't they building settlers before? Ah, Monty. You're so crazy. Never makes any sense. I don't see any wonders over here. Southeast Asia, pretty quiet. I don't even see any settlers in production over there. Anyone neighboring? Yeah, that's true. The Great Wall would be really useful for Russia. So Siberia spawns a lot of barbarians. Hold on. They only have warriors right now, but they will spend... Okay, wow, the Ottomans got it. Okay, that actually could be useful for them because they're not too far away from the raging barbarian hordes that this map will spawn. So they should have the Great Wall graphic. There it is. Not an especially great wall. It's pretty small, but they did build it. I think that's because they have stone, right? Yep, stone and marble. Let's take bets on what Justinian takes with Code of Laws. Well, let's see... So how many turns left does he have? Let's see him get a little closer first before we go proclaiming that he's going to land it. All right, Gandhi's on monotheism, so at the very least, someone's going to get the third religion relatively soon. Judaism. The mediocre wall. Well, Hattie just got a great prophet. She might actually pop a religion with that. Because, wait, how did she get... Oh, she built an obelisk. Wow, look at that. AI using the unique buildings. I was like, how did she get great profit points? But she used her obelisk and she ran 2 priests. She might pop that for a religion. It'll found a religion if she uses it for one. Let's see what she does with it. Well, she used it for something. Did she merge it in the city as a super specialist? Yep, alright, never mind. She chose to put it in the city as a super specialist. Not the worst way to use an early great prophet in Civ4, but it does mean she doesn't get a religion out of that. Gandhi, meanwhile, is the one researching monotheism. See? He wants his own religion. Anyone else? Maybe someone who we can't see off the top of the list. Just see Gandhi. Okay, so where's that oracle build? Boy, it's hard to find them sometimes. Alright, so 3 turns. That'll be finished any minute now. Let's see what he slingshots with it. Justinian, here we go. So Justinian, he has... Well, he can't slingshot monotheism. He can't slingshot Code of Laws because he doesn't have writing. So he... I don't even know what he's going to take with this. What is he going to take with this? He doesn't have... He can't get anything useful. Maybe he'll slingshot horseback riding or writing. He can't get anything good. He doesn't have enough prerequisite techs. What would you do if with early prophet? You would probably do exactly that. You'd merge it into a city as a super specialist. It's actually a pretty... not the worst thing to do with it. Because if you look, you get 2 production and 5 gold. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so Shaka has converted to Huayna Capec's religion. That's more or less what you'd expect to spread down there. So he has... No, wait, no, he didn't. Shaka converted to Buddhism. So he has... Why is the Mayan religion spreading and not the Incan one? Boy, Inca could be in some trouble long term because all their neighbors have a different religion, and that's not good. Fishing. He can slingshot fishing. Yes, he can slingshot the cheapest tech in the game. No, seriously, fishing is the least expensive tech in the entire game. What's going on over here? I see a lot of unhappy red faces. Not managing happiness very well. Russia's got a 4th city. Germany has a 4th city. Charlemagne is on the pyramids. Rome still can't get a 3rd city. Carthage does have a 3rd city. You know, North America is not filling up very quickly at all. Why in the world are they building Moai statues in the Viking capital? What a... I mean, it's not a bad thing to build, but, like, he doesn't need it this early in the game. He's not working either of his resource tiles, so he can build Moai statues. That makes a lot of sense. Portugal, I believe, does not have a religion yet. I'm pretty sure that... No, Portugal still doesn't have a religion. Not yet. Interesting. That Russian 4th city? Yeah, this one's pretty good. Well, how many tiles with no food? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, only 6 tiles with 0 food. It does have enough floodplains to be okay. It does have enough floodplains to be alright. So, we'll see that oracle found dropping pretty soon. We've actually researched agriculture, so...
Oh, farmers, pray that your summers be wet and your winters clear.
So, go to ironworking next. Oh, yeah, okay. See, the problem is by merging in a super specialist, we actually do get beakers. You actually do get beakers from that. Well, anyway, so let's just find out what Justinian's going to slingshot, shall we? Look at his tech tree one more time. I think I went past him. All right. So what is he going to grab with this? He really has almost no choices. He'll probably just take horseback riding because it's the most expensive tech. There's not much he can grab with it. Hi, Rise 66454. I mean, he's going to get the wonder. There it is. I saw it pop up in Thessalonica. So he's going to get a lot of culture from that. Did he also build Stonehenge too? I thought he did. Yeah, so he's got Stonehenge and the Oracle. It's a lot of culture. He's going to start shoving back the borders of Babylon. Although Babylon's building Temple of Artemis, so who knows. What did he take? Did he take horseback riding? What did he take with this? No, he took priesthood tech. No, wait, he already had priesthood tech. He took monarchy. Oh, he did have a good tech to grab. Okay. So yeah, he went for monarchy tech. Okay. I forgot that connection. Yeah. So he got something decent from it, and that'll actually give him some happiness. Okay. The prophet provide... Wait, does the prophet provide commerce or gold? I think it's gold, if I remember correctly. No, the prophet provides gold, not commerce. So it will allow you to run 100% research for a while, but it doesn't increase your commerce percentage. Yeah, we do know this game pretty well. Let's see. Oh no, I don't know. It's not the prophet. I have a great spy. It was produced from running espionage points, so that's where I'm getting these beakers from. Yeah, not a lot of beakers, but just a little. Anyway, hi everybody, welcome. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I know it's really late for like Europe, but it's a decent time for North America. Hello. So what's going on right now? We had a wonder race that just completed. No one's declared war yet, but the map's pretty full, so it won't be too much longer, I don't think. East Asia's still quiet for the time being. I'm just going to sign off with TeamSpeak if we can't get it to work.
Disconnected.
That way we won't see these pop-ups keep appearing on the screen. Japan got a city... Wait, no, they already had that city. The city just can't grow. All right, another candidate for the real poverty point. No resources and mostly tundra. Another, well, he does have a lake. This city can build a lighthouse and get some 3-food lake tiles, but otherwise it's pretty sad going. 3, yeah, I know it's very late in Europe right now. It's the middle of the night. So Sumer did get a 4th city, which is pretty good. Ethiopia is out to 5 cities. Most of them are pretty small, but 5 cities makes you pretty strong on this map. There's so little room to expand. The Zulus, I thought they got out to a good start, but they've kind of stalled on 3 cities. Turn the culture borders back on. Aztecs, same thing, stalled on. Monty's probably going to get the pyramids, though. That's random. And North America, nobody wants to grab the northwest corner of North America, apparently. Poor Rome. Rome seems to be the one who got the least territory. I think Julius Caesar's in last. No, actually, he's not in last place on score. If you go into World Build, hit Reveal Title. Okay, that's definitely useful. I did not know that. I'll keep that in mind for... Okay, World Builder, where's Reveal All Tiles? Here it is. There we go. Very nice. Nice. I will keep that in mind for future years of Civ4 AI Survivor. What's going on with the culture borders over here? So Lyon is slowly, it's kind of holding its own borders. Boy, look at this. This city, look, they've got 1 archer in this city, and it can be hit from English borders without even leaving their territory. That's pretty crazy. How about this city here, Prague? This is the one that won the settling race at the start of the game. Another question is anyone building up their military? Like, we can look at power on the bar graphs. Somebody is. Mongolia, Aztecs, and Greece. They're the big dogs in power. Gandhi's last or down at the bottom. No surprise there. So Mongolia, perhaps, wanting to get a little bit frisky. They got another settler going off to the west. Wait, they have 2 settlers. Wow. Expansion, hoy. Temujin's doing a great job on this map. He's out to 6 cities, and he's got another settler wandering the map already. Jeez. And a lot of axes, too. So Hannibal is... Wow, Buddhism is really spreading. Let's take a look at Buddhism real quickly. So Buddhism's starting to spread far and wide. Look, there. Huh. Even up here in London. So Buddhism is definitely the world's most popular religion. Of course, there's only 2 of them, but Hinduism has not left Incan borders yet. And Gandhi, I believe, is about to found the 3rd religion. Yeah, he's only 2 turns away from monotheism. Gandhi has not done very much. He really needs to get ironworking so he can cut down the jungles in his territory, but he hasn't really done that. Still struggling with that. Still, we're about to see a religion pop up down here. It should go into Bombay, unless it wins the dice roll and ends up going to... What's the other city? I don't know. I guess it's about 50-50 between Bombay. And it turns out it doesn't go to either one, because it actually ended up going to... Oh my god. It ended up going to the Mayans, and they have a double holy city. What the heck? What were the odds? 1 turn before Gandhi is about to found Judaism, it goes to the Mayans, and in the exact same city that founded Buddhism. I mean, of all the things, right? There's probably 200 cities on this map right now. Well, not that many, but at least 100. And it goes into the same spot that already was a holy city. That is crazy. So Mesoamerica has all the religions. All 3 religions in Mesoamerica. Jeez. Well, they will almost certainly get a double shrine in there. Because the AI always gets a million great people, and they always use if they get a profit, they always use it for shrines. Jeez. Wow, that's crazy. I bet Brick didn't see that before, and when he tested this previously. Weird. Okay, well, so the map's pretty full. Zooming out, not a lot of land left. Culture is kind of a mess, as you might imagine. So we'll see how much longer before somebody decides to take a swipe at somebody else. All right, so North America finally slowly getting a few more cities. Philadelphia, the Americans seem to be marching to the Klondike up here. And Chaco Canyon, Native Americans tossed down. This could be an important strategic choke point in this particular map. The Rockies are pretty inhospitable here. A lot of peaks, a lot of desert tiles. Interesting. Where else is anything going on? So Brazil's out to 4 cities. Brazil/Portugal. Ethiopia is looking good. Poor Gandhi. He's invested all this stuff in religious texts and gotten nothing. Not looking too good for him. China has 4 cities. Korea has 4 cities. Japan has 4 cities. Yes. They just planted... they added another one up there. How about Russia? Russia should be expanding more. Russia's got so much territory. Not doing... Maybe they're getting hammered by the barbs. Yeah, it looks like a lot of barbs. That's Stalin. He's no Kathy, I'll tell you that. Not nearly as fearsome as Catherine. We must protect this Alaska. Yeah, Alaska, the great unspoiled wilderness. So, yep, there's Pakal. He went right into organized religion. Poor Gandhi. So Gandhi, he did finish monotheism, but he was a turn too late. I did not see that coming. Yeah, Stalin, not too impressive thus far. Temujin has definitely been more impressive. Genghis Khan. Is he on 7 cities? No, he's still on 6, but I know he has another settler wandering around. Somewhere. I thought I saw one. I mean, the land is not all that good. Like, look at this sad city here. I don't even know what he's building here. Pretty sad, but he does have territory, and that's the main thing in Civ, is you just want territory. Maybe he lost a settler to... Well, no, he could never... How could he lose one to barbs? He has axes against warriors. He couldn't lose a settler to barbs. Still, I know I saw that he had another settler. Oh, never mind. Here it is. Here it is. All right, here's his settler. Moving west. Who will declare... Yeah, I know, right? So we should be seeing a war declaration in the next 10 to 20 turns. So who will be the first one to attack? Very good question. What do you guys think? All right, so Portugal has gotten Judaism, but note that that's the minority religion of the Mayans, so that Portugal does not have the same religion as the Mayans. You've seen them lose... Yeah, we have seen people in Civ4 AI Survivor lose settlers to barbarians. We have seen it happen. Even with all the deity bonuses, it still happens. Well, this is just sad. The Vikings had such a great starting position, but they have wasted their time building this idiotic Moai statues, and they're even starving in their capital. They do have a settler out, so maybe this guy's going to go out and grab another city, but that really is sad. Maybe they can go grab some tasty crabs, though. Alright, large